In my last video on the merger of Six Flags and Cedar Fair, McLovin and I discussed that the merger is most likely attributed to the enormous debt of both companies, which goes in tandem with handling the slow economy moving forward and cutting costs at the corporate level to allow for more investments at the parks. If you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend doing so before watching this one, as this is essentially a part 2. Anyway, I noticed a lot of comments on the first video as well as across the internet that I want to address. I've seen comments that the merger will cause less competition in the amusement industry, leading to a worse guest experience. Comments comparing the merger to other corporate consolidations in the past that had negative impacts, and even that the merger is a monopoly. In this video, I'll talk about all those points and hopefully settle some fears about this merger. If you enjoy this video as it plays, I ask that you show your support by clicking the like button, as it goes a long way in helping the channel against the YouTube algorithm. Without further ado, let's dive in. Within the entertainment industry, the position of the newly combined Six Flags and Cedar Fair company, which I'll just refer to as the new Six Flags company, is likely more complex than you may have originally been thinking. Notice that I mentioned the position of the new Six Flags company within the entertainment industry, not the theme park industry. That's the first step towards understanding what most Six Flags and Cedar Fair parks compete with, as the theme park industry is a subgroup of the much larger entertainment industry. Regional amusement parks like Six Flags or Cedar Fair parks may compete ever so slightly with each other, but they primarily compete with a long list of other entertainment offerings. Think escape rooms, Topgolfs, zoos, aquariums, movie theaters, axe throwing, go-kart tracks, beaches, local outdoor parks, and family entertainment centers. The list goes on and on. There's so many things that a family or group of individuals may choose to do instead of going to their local amusement park, like visiting their nearest city for a day of fun, going camping at a nearby campground, or just doing nothing at all and staying home. Now, in markets where multiple amusement parks are present, such as Six Flags Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm, which are both in the greater Los Angeles metropolitan area, there is certainly still a level of competition between them. But even so, this is the second largest metropolitan area in the United States, with a population of 18.5 million as of 2021, which is more than enough population to support both parks. However, with such a high population, it also means that there are plentiful other entertainment offerings in the area, and even higher end theme parks like Universal Studios Hollywood and the Disneyland Resort. So while Magic Mountain and Knott's may compete with each other slightly, their real threat are other entertainment offerings and higher end theme parks. Keep that in mind as I continue the video. Let's also explore the mindset of normal people who make up the overwhelming majority of theme park visitors and contribute most to theme park revenue. As theme park or roller coaster enthusiasts, we are obsessed. The first thing we think of doing with our free time is visiting a theme park, whether that's the park closest to our home, one slightly further away, or one that's thousands of miles away. Sometimes we'll travel across country just to ride a particular roller coaster that only a specific park offers. For example, if I had enough time at the moment, I would fly to California purely for a ride on X2. But to normal people who aren't theme park or coaster enthusiasts, their thought process is much different. They are not as particular about which theme park they visit as they aren't obsessed like we are. And the mental questioning they go through isn't limited to just which theme park they will visit. Their questioning is what form of entertainment they would like to partake in. Most people only have so much free time and a limited amount of money to spend on that free time. For theme park and coaster enthusiasts, a hilarious majority of our free time and money goes to visiting theme parks. But to normal people, they're not inclined like we are to only visit theme parks. They may be inclined to do something else, like go to the beach, or have no particular interest at all. So their thought process isn't, should I visit Six Flags Magic Mountain or Knott's Berry Farm today? They'll be thinking, should I go to Topgolf? Should I go to the beach? Should I go bowling? And then maybe, should I visit a theme park? And only if they get so far as deciding to go to a theme park may the question become, should I visit Six Flags Magic Mountain or Knott's Berry Farm? And I'd wager that in most cases, that person would visit whichever park is closer to their front door, or whichever park they could get into for a better price. And if they're looking for an even more upscale experience, they would probably visit one of the LA area's Disney or Universal parks. Therefore, when it comes to the merger that creates the new Six Flags company, I think it's very important that you remember regional amusement parks aren't really competing with other regional amusement parks. Competition is with a vast number of other entertainment offerings. You know what else regional amusement parks are not competing with? An awesome pair of Vessies. In fact, Vessies practically team up with regional parks in an effort to fight off the rest of the entertainment industry, just like Six Flags and Cedar Fair are doing. More on that shortly. But with a pair of Vessies like the new Vessi Sohos, your feet will be carried in luxury through an entire day of walking at a theme park. The Vessi Sohos are extremely lightweight, supportive for walking, stylish, and coolest of all, completely waterproof, meaning you can visit a theme park on a rainy day when crowds are at their lowest and your socks will stay dry all day. And you'll look great while doing so, just like I am while I push my new baby into Six Flags Great Adventure. For those of you actually watching the ad, congratulations, you just found out I'm officially a dad. Pair your Sohos with Vessi's new overcast jacket, which is also 100% waterproof. It's even warm with a soft fleece lining, has a relaxed fit, and secure zipper pockets, allowing you to keep your loose articles on any roller coaster that doesn't require you to purchase a $2 locker. Or if you plan on hitting up some parks in the cold of winter, pair your visit with the new Vessi Alta High Tops, a super warm and comfy shoe that will always remain dry and is super stylish. They're even perfect for walking in the snow. Vessi's waterproof gloves are also great for winter days at a theme park. They're warm and touchscreen compatible, allowing you to easily navigate YouTube and watch some of my videos while waiting in line for coasters. Be sure to check out all of Vessi's awesome products at vessi.com/ElToroRyan and dive into their competitive Black Friday sale taking place from now to November 27th. Speaking of competition, a lot of fears suggest the merger of Six Flags and Cedar Fair will lead to less competition in the amusement industry, which could have devastating effects on the parks. We're talking less investments made in the parks each year, higher pricing, and overall a diminished guest experience. Basically, the argument centers around the concept that competition pushes all parties to deliver their best product for the best price, and that without any competition, the new Six Flags company will be able to invest as little as possible into their parks while charging more for them. But this only applies if the parks are only in direct competition with each other, and as we just discussed, the parks are just slightly in competition with each other. The real competition comes from the endless offerings of different things to do in the entertainment industry. Knowing this, we can now consider that maybe as a combined company, the new Six Flags can put up a stronger fight against the much larger entertainment industry. And this should be achieved in three ways. The first is through cost cutting at the corporate level and making business operations more efficient. This will lead to an extra $120 million a year that can be invested into the parks instead of being spent on operating the separate companies. The second is by improving the parks further and improving dining experiences, which will lead to higher guest attendance and higher in-park spending levels, which in turn will help lead to more investments, further bolstering the parks and revenue. And the third is by leveraging on a combined season pass system that allows consumers to take advantage of the company's long list of properties. Let's focus on that third reason for now. In the northeastern United States, we have Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey, and Dorney Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Located just 1.5 hours away from each other, both parks serve the greater Philadelphia metropolitan area. Six Flags Great Adventure also serves the greater New York City metropolitan area, and you can argue that Dorney Park does as well. Currently, the closest Cedar Fair park to Dorney Park is Kings Dominion, which is 5 hours away in Doswell, Virginia, and the closest Six Flags park to Great Adventure is Six Flags America, which is 3 hours away in Maryland. Understanding these parameters, a current season pass holder at Dorney Park will be less likely to purchase the all-park passport upgrade for $100. That allows them into all Cedar Fair parks, being that the closest Cedar Fair park is 5 hours away, and the next closest is Cedar Point, which is 7 hours away. And a current season pass holder at Six Flags Great Adventure will be less likely to purchase a Six Flags Diamond Pass for $90 more than a Platinum Pass, which would get them into every Six Flags park. Keep in mind, we are talking about regular people who aren't enthusiasts, which again make up the insane majority of theme park attendance figures. But now with the new Six Flags company, this means pass holders at either Dorney Park or Six Flags Great Adventure would now have a much closer second park to visit thanks to the combined pass system. That might sway existing pass holders who only have access to their home park to purchase the all-park upgrade. And best of all, purchasing an all-park upgrade from a combined Six Flags and Cedar Fair will probably be a much better deal than purchasing a separate Six Flags Diamond Pass and Cedar Fair Gold Pass with the all-park passport. Outside of existing season pass holders, it may sway other consumers in the New York, Philadelphia area to also purchase all-access season passes, as the deal may be a better value to them than paying money towards other entertainment offerings. It would be a great way to visit both Six Flags Great Adventure and Dorney Park multiple times per year at a great value. And now what the new Six Flags company has done is made a larger pool of consumers more loyal to their parks, which in turn will limit the chances these consumers will spend more money and free time on partaking in a multitude of other entertainment offerings. Thus, the merger of Six Flags and Cedar Fair could lead to a better fight against the larger entertainment industry. And this exact scenario would occur in the greater Los Angeles area. With a better deal to buy into both Six Flags Magic Mountain and Knott's Berry Farm, locals will be more likely to buy an all-access season pass, which means they'll be more likely to visit the two theme parks on a regular basis to get their money's worth, rather than spending additional money and time on other forms of entertainment. This could could even help put up a fight against the more powerful Universal Studios Hollywood and Disneyland Resort, as season pass holders at the new Six Flags company may be less inclined to spend extra to visit these higher end parks, since they already have access to 2 different theme parks in the greater LA area, as well as Six Flags Discovery Kingdom and California's Great America in the California Bay Area. And let's not forget access to all the other properties in the new Six Flags chain of parks as well. People may realize that with an all-access pass to the 42 properties in the new Six Flags company, there is now a park they have access to in many more regions. Say if a family who normally purchased Six Flags season passes frequently visits family in Ohio, they would now have access to both Cedar Point and Kings Island with the combined season pass offering. That might sway that family to buy all-access season passes so they can take advantage of that. This could even benefit parts of the country like Missouri, where you have Worlds of Fun in Kansas City and Six Flags St. Louis in St. Louis. While the 2 parks are 4 hours apart and serve 2 different metropolitan areas, a singular season pass that allows access to both parks might sway more consumers to purchase that all-access pass, so they can visit both parks for a better value. This could also help the company put up a better fight against Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri, which is easily Missouri's best theme park, as well as the multitude of other entertainment offerings in the area. And in this case, competition with Silver Dollar City would push Silver Dollar City to improve itself even more. In the end, benefits like this could lead to higher attendance numbers at the parks and higher in-park spending levels, leading to more revenue, which in turn should lead to more investments being made at the parks, which will lead to higher attendance and in-park spending, a system that could repeat in a loop. And this all centers around the concept that these regional amusement parks are not just in direct competition with each other, but with a much larger and powerful entertainment industry with an endless number of different offerings. And because of this, it is vital that the company continues to make improvements and investments at all of its properties, or else the new Six Flags company would succumb to other entertainment offerings. And the company needs to improve its parks without pricing out too many people, as their goal is to attract more customers who normally settle with other entertainment offerings. I firmly believe that together, the Six Flags and Cedar Fair companies can put up a stronger fight against the outside entertainment industry than they can separately, while also tackling the slowing economy and enormous debt of both companies. Six Flags gets a lot of heat for their debt of $2.3 billion, but let's not forget that Cedar Fair's debt is almost as bad at $2.17 billion. It's reasons like this that will help the combined companies survive today's harsh economic world. Now, as a combined company, I've seen quite a few comments fearing that the combination of 2 regional theme park giants could cause a monopoly and violate antitrust laws, leading to issues with the FTC or Federal Trade Commission. First, what exactly is a monopoly? A monopoly can be defined as a single seller or producer that excludes competition from providing the same product. A monopoly can dictate price changes and creates barriers for competitors to enter the marketplace. And what is the aim with antitrust laws? Antitrust laws are meant to proscribe mergers and business practices in general to promote vigorous competition and protect consumers from anti-competitive mergers and business practices. Knowing this, does this really apply to the new Six Flags company? Here's why I don't think it does. When it comes to the theme park sector of the entertainment industry, even the new Six Flags company with its 42 parks, 48 million annual visitors, and $3.4 billion in annual revenue is tiny compared to the likes of the larger Disney and Universal theme park chains. For reference, according to the Themed Entertainment Association, in 2022, the top 5 attended parks in North America were all Disney parks, and the estimated attendance of these 5 parks combines to a whopping 63,941,000 guests in just 5 parks, compared to the lower 48 million guests seen across the 42 properties of the new Six Flags company. Then when you factor in Disney's higher ticket prices and better in-park spending figures, the Disney parks are far more profitable and overall possess a larger share of the theme park market space. And let's not forget that there are other theme park operators in North America besides Six Flags, Cedar Fair, Universal, and Disney. There's the SeaWorld chain of parks that operate not only SeaWorld branded parks, but also Sesame Place parks and Busch Gardens parks. Hirschend Family Entertainment operate parks like Dollywood, Silver Dollar City, and many more. Premier Parks operates parks like Litch Gardens, Magic Springs, and many more as well. Palace Entertainment operates parks like Kennywood, Lake Compounce, and more. Merlin Entertainment operates 3 Legoland parks in the United States, and beyond that, there are many successful independently owned theme parks like Hershey Park in Pennsylvania and Holiday World in Indiana. Simply put, the combination of Six Flags and Cedar Fair is not powerful enough to dominate the theme park space, and more frankly, the much bigger entertainment industry. Say if Disney, Universal, Six Flags, and Cedar Fair combined, then just maybe we'd be looking at a monopoly of sorts that violates antitrust laws. But even so, the entertainment industry is so multifaceted that even that superpower might not be considered a monopoly. Furthermore, the amusement industry can also be included with both the travel and hospitality industries, meaning there are even more things amusement parks need to compete with. It's for reasons like this that the new Six Flags company cannot become stagnant and stop investing in their parks. In today's tough economic times, the company needs to continue to fight against all other competitors while giving consumers the best value for their money, as the argument simply doesn't end with amusement parks. Overall, I think the worst part of the merger is the loss of jobs that will occur at the corporate level through consolidation and synergies. With Six Flags and Cedar Fair now joining forces, it will be far cheaper to combine positions currently offered at both corporate offices, thus greatly reducing the number of job positions at the corporate level. The only benefit of this is that cost savings from doing so should untie $120 million annually that can be invested into the parks each year instead. Now, I've seen comments comparing the consolidation of Six Flags and Cedar Fair to other consolidations in the past that didn't yield the most optimal results for consumers. One particular comparison caught my eye. I've been a snowboarder for most of my life, and if you're not a snowboarder or skier, let me introduce you to the conglomerate that is Vail Resorts. Vail Resorts is the largest company in the ski industry to ever exist. They own and operate 41 different ski resorts across 3 different continents, and have made an absolute killing selling their Epic Pass, which grant consumers access to all of Vail's properties. As the name implies, it's an epic deal to gain access to a plethora of ski resorts for a price that isn't much higher than buying a season pass at a standalone ski resort, which has led to Vail Resorts experiencing a surge in attendance and revenue. As good as that sounds for the company's sake and even customers, the success of Vail Resorts has had its downsides. Just like what will happen with the new Six Flags company, the consolidation of Vail Resorts has cost the jobs of many higher level employees who were originally stationed at the ski resorts Vail purchased. As a massive corporation, it's both cheaper and more efficient to run a central office that manages the tasks of higher level employees rather than staffing each individual mountain with them. In pretty much any company, higher level employees are paid the most, so reducing the number of higher paying positions cuts costs greatly. And through purchasing so many mountains, Vail Resorts has been heavily criticized for not supporting local businesses nearby their properties, substantially driving up the costs of single-day lift tickets to encourage higher Epic Pass sales, increasing the price of real estate in small mountain towns, which has priced many locals out, making formerly quaint ski towns far too crowded, further worsening the living conditions for locals, making their ski resorts themselves far too crowded by overselling Epic Passes and day tickets, and not making the most suitable investments at each of the company's individual resorts. Now, business-wise, the creation of Vail Resorts has been an astounding success. The ski industry can be volatile due to its even deeper reliance on good weather compared to the theme park industry, so being able to sell a ridiculous number of season passes guarantees significant revenue. And if Mother Nature isn't kind to one region of Vail's properties, other regions can make up for that by allowing riders to venture there for good snow, which is also a benefit for consumers who purchase Epic Passes. This is very similar to how the larger list of parks in the new Six Flags company will help even the playing field in terms of the company's presence in all regions of North America. Vail's Epic Pass also provides a much more cost-effective way to access some of the world's best ski resorts, as well as smaller regional mountains that might be closer to a person's home. But this is why I don't think Vail Resorts can be compared to the new Six Flags company. As both a snowboarder and roller coaster enthusiast, I can confidently tell you that the ski and theme park industries garner different levels of fandom. In the amusement industry, us theme park and coaster enthusiasts are super fans. We're the ones who are more than willing to purchase several season passes at different park chains, as well as travel great distances for a single amusement park. But as we've discussed, the overwhelming majority of visitors who attend theme parks are not nearly as enthusiastic to do what we do. Most will only consider visiting their closest regional amusement park, and may occasionally take a trip to Orlando, Florida to visit Universal's and Disney's destination parks. Whereas with skiers and snowboarders, an overwhelming majority of us are absolutely hooked. It's truly an opposite world where most skiers and snowboarders are practically avid roller coaster enthusiasts, just with riding snow. So when wintertime approaches, skiers and snowboarders know exactly what they want to do with their time and money. Go ride at their favorite resorts. Exactly how us theme park and coaster enthusiasts dedicate our time and money to parks. For that reason, many skiers and snowboarders gobble up Vail's Epic Pass for both access to their regional ski resort like Jack Frost in Pennsylvania, as well as access to destination resorts like Whistler Blackcomb in Vancouver. Vancouver. And because skiers and snowboarders are so into the sport, they'll regularly travel to other resorts that are far from their home in pursuit of better riding conditions. Because of the striking difference in the visitors that theme parks attract, I cannot picture the new Six Flags being able to copy Vail Resort's business model. If the new Six Flags were to raise prices of single-day tickets astronomically, while pushing sales of what I'm assuming will still be quite an expensive chain-wide season pass, attendance at their parks would plummet. In fact, we essentially already saw the same scenario at Six Flags parks before the merger in 2022, when the company raised the prices of single-day tickets and season passes without really improving the quality of their parks, leading to a devastating drop in attendance and revenue. With the Six Flags parks being too expensive and consumers not being dedicated, many simply turned to other forms of entertainment that they found a better value. Whereas with skiing and snowboarding, we really have no other option in terms of satisfying our craving, and we'll pay whatever it takes. Six Flags learned their lesson, and since then they have dropped the price of entry to their parks and have been more focused on introducing new attractions and experiences that actually improve the quality of their product. Ultimately, I don't think the merger of Six Flags and Cedar Fair will be anything like the conglomerate of Vail Resorts. While the combined company may see similar performance boosts like Vail has, a regional chain of amusement parks just doesn't have the same power and influence to bring about the other downsides that Vail has. The new Six Flags company also won't hold the crippling power of a monopoly against the vast entertainment industry. And for new theme parks that want to enter the picture at this point, that's probably not a good decision even if the merger never happened. Just look at what's happening with Lost Island in Iowa. Amusement parks need large population pools to pull from, and I hope the other recently announced theme park projects in Oklahoma and South Dakota do well. Overall, the new Six Flags company will still be fighting with their largest competitor, the entertainment industry. But as a combined force, that fight sounds like it will improve in favor of Six Flags and Cedar Fair, at least in theory. With the executives of both companies being fully on board with the merger, I'm looking forward to a great execution of the combined company's objectives. I hope this video helps settle some of your fears and worries, and please comment below what your current thoughts on the merger are so we can continue our discussion. Thank you for watching, everyone, and be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for more nerdy content like this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.